guys for coming. This is Pak India, sponsored by Multicultural Student Organization. So we're going to go into a little bit of our introductions and then the history of the program itself. So my name is Ansa Nassar. I'm a senior double majoring in healthcare management and accounting.
My name is Annie Patel. I'm a junior. My major is healthcare management and psychology.
History of the program. The POC 2014, it started as a student speaker series, so something that we do every month through Multicultural. And it was called Bollywood Night, and it was hosted by a prior former, we kept on going with the Patel. And we called it Bollywood Night. At that time, we had about 10 to 15 people show up. And then in fall of 2015, Annie and I took over and we started calling it POC India. And we had about 30 to 40 people show up. Then in fall of 2016, which was last year, we had about 100 to 120 people show up. So it was a good turnout, so that's why I want to thank you all for coming. We do take a lot to prepare for this program. It takes us about 3 months. We start with picking the songs for our dance performance. So POC India means Pakistan and India. So we used to be one country and then we separated because of different political beliefs, religious beliefs, and we had different beliefs because Hindus, which is what they worship polytheism in India, which means worshiping more than one god, and that's worshiping idols, so it's called idolatry. And whereas in Pakistan, we follow the religion of Islam, and we go by monotheism, so that means worshiping only one god, and that's Allah. And Allah is the Arabic word for God. So that was in 14th to 15th of August. In 1947, because of the different beliefs, India and Pakistan decided to separate, and we created a border that was called the partition, and that happened on the 14th of August. So the 14th of August is when Pakistan celebrates its independence, and the 15th of August is what India celebrates its independence on. So one of the major reasons why we actually did separate was because in Islam, the highest sin, the biggest sin that you can ever do is shirk. And shirk means worshipping idols. And Hindus worshipped idols. So that was also one of the reasons why we separated. However, over time, this separation and this hatred for each other has gone away, as you can see by me and Annie. So with becoming westernized and stuff, you don't see as much hatred between Hindus and Muslims.
So we have different religions, clearly. So religion for me that I practice and within my family is Hinduism, which is one of the oldest religions in the world, like throughout the United States, around the country, everywhere. Hinduism, Sanskrit Sindhu, literally means river, like the body of water, river. Third largest religion in the world. Sacred texts that we pray upon or that we believe in are Vedas, Upanishads, Sutras, Bhagavad Gita, which Bhagavad Gita is really practiced within my household. My mom reads that every day, twice a day. It's just something that we sacred so much. Our original language is Sanskrit, and the purpose of life is to obtain liberation, moksha, from the cycle of reincarnation. So we believe in reincarnation heavily. We don't believe in that once we're gone, we're gone. We believe that once we're gone and God takes our body, we reincarnate into an animal, a plant, a human being, anything possible.
So Islam, as I mentioned, is a monotheistic religion, so we believe in one God. Islam comes from the Arabic word al-Islam, which literally means voluntary submission to God. So you're willing to give submission to Allah. That's what that means. It's the second largest religion in the world, and our sacred text is the Quran. One thing I do want to mention is you probably see the Quran spelled in many different ways with Q, K, there's an apostrophe after the QU. It's just Q-U-R-A-N. There's no K. So the way you spell Quran is Q-U-R-A-N. Our original language is Arabic, and the purpose for us that we believe that we're here is to worship and believe in Allah. So the languages, we have some similar languages between the two countries. Pakistan, the national language is Urdu. I also speak Urdu. There's Punjabi, Pashto, Sindhi, and Balochi. So those are languages of Pakistan. I speak Urdu and Pashto. India, we have Hindi, which is the national language. So Hindi and Urdu, the two national languages of India and Pakistan, are both spoken the same way with some different words, but it's written differently. Urdu is written in the Arabic form, whereas Hindi is written in the Sanskrit form. The other languages of India are Gujarati, Punjabi, Tamil, and Telugu. So here's a picture. On the left, we have Urdu. On the right, we have Sanskrit. So Urdu, it says, "Barai meherbani cigarette noshi na kare." That means, please do not smoke cigarettes. Exactly same thing that is said here in this picture, but it's just written differently. So if a person was to pronounce this one, they would say the same thing, "Barai meherbani cigarette noshi na kare."
Okay, so some Hindu holidays that we do celebrate within our religion is Holi, which is the festival of colors. At Newbury, actually last year, the year before, we did celebrate Holi. It was just a festival of colors. We throw powder, we have fun, we listen to music. And it's just a way of us to like kind of be happy and like let go and just celebrate a holiday with your friends, family. Another holiday that we do celebrate is Diwali, which is a festival of lights, late October. I did recently celebrate Diwali within my family. It was just a really nice time to have a new year, just start clean and start fresh and go to the temple and pray. And some of these pictures to the left is a picture of freshman year, my freshman year, when we did celebrate Holi. It was a lot of fun. We did it in the courtyard. We did it late March, and we just had fun with it. We had music playing, some colors, wore white, and we just took pictures, and it was really nice. So this is Diwali. The picture to my left is actually a picture of my own that I took. Every year we do celebrate, and we do decorate the temple in a certain way. We do put our valuables, like our diamonds and our golds and our like watches, and we put it within the temple, and we just pray, and we worship that we're grateful that we have what we have in life.
So some Islamic holidays, some of you might be familiar with Ramadan. Ramadan is the fasting month. So what it is that we don't fast from day 1 to day 30. We fast from dawn to sunset. So it's one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which is why we have Ramadan, part of our Islamic calendar. The other 4 pillars are Shahada, which is you're saying a saying that says La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, which means that there is only one God, and I only believe in God and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And then we have Salat, which is the prayers 5 times a day. Zakat, which is giving charity, and Hajj is the pilgrimage to Makkah. So the other pillar is Ramadan. Now, Ramadan is 30 days based on the sighting of the moons, dawn to sunset. So we wake up around 3 in the morning, we'll stop eating at 5 a.m., and we don't eat up until sunset. So over the summer, it's kind of hard because sunset is not till like 8 p.m. Whereas in the winter, it's like 4:30 or 5. So every time when I have to make up any, I'll make them up in the winter because it's shorter. Eid, we have 2 Eid holidays, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. Eid al-Fitr is right after Ramadan ends, so the 31st today is Eid al-Fitr, and Eid al-Fitr basically marks the end of Ramadan. And that is the festival of breaking the fast. So Eid al-Adha will be about 2 months after that, and that is the festival of sacrifice. So we'll sacrifice an animal for God, because there is a story where Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam was told by God to sacrifice his son to see if he would obey him. And then he goes to sacrifice his son, but when he opens his eyes, it's actually a goat. So he ends up sacrificing a goat, which is why now we celebrate Eid al-Adha. So this is Ramadan. One major thing in Ramadan is that we break our fast with water and dates, the kajur we call it. And then prayer is a huge thing in Ramadan. So we'll go to the mosque to pray, or we'll pray at home. There are 30 chapters in the Quran, so what people try to do is have 1 chapter be read per day in those 30 days. Eid al-Fitr. Common thing in Eid al-Fitr is just dressing up and then having henna on, mehndi. Sweets are a big part of it. And then in Eid al-Adha, we sacrifice an animal.
Some clothing that we do wear within Pakistan and India is a salwar kameez, Summer kameez is where Ansa is wearing, you can wear it either to a dinner if it's fancy, you could wear it to the temple, you could wear it, if it's really fancy, you could wear it even to like a wedding event that we could have. The outfits in the middle, Punjabi dress and anarkali, this was actually a picture of me and Ansa last year, and this is a little bit more dressier, so we would wear it to an event like, say another Indian event or even like a henna night. The outfit that I'm wearing, a sari, I wore that actually to a wedding in the summer. So saris you really wear to weddings, more higher up events, weddings, receptions, events like that. So the kurta that we're wearing, we actually wore this to Bentley Garba recently. We wore this to a Garba, which was another event that we did go to. You could wear the kurtas to either a temple, a dinner, anything that's a little bit more laid back. The outfits in the middle, Lenga Choli and Gagra, we also wore that to a Garba. We wore Gagras to BU Garba, and we wore this because it was a little bit more fancier for our event. And the sharma, those are my parents. My dad is wearing, he's wearing that to a wedding, he wore it to a wedding.
Weddings. Our weddings are not one day, they're 3 to 4 days. They're similar, 3 to 4 days in India, 3 to 4 days in Pakistan as well. So one thing, it consists of dolki, which is a dance party, and in India it's called a sangeet. So it occurs a week or two before the actual wedding. It's just that the bride invites all her friends and they just have a dance party. There will be dance performances and stuff. And then we'll go into each and every day after this. So in Islam, the one thing to note is that there is a marriage contract that we sign, and it's called a nikah. Marriage is illegal without a nikah, so you have to have the nikah signed. And in Hindu, the way to notify and to actually just see if the woman is married or not is to see if they have a sindoor. Sindoor is red powder. It goes right on their forehead right here. And Mangal Sutra, which is a black and gold necklace that they wear. And what they do is they go around the fire 7 times because they believe that they will reincarnate 7 times. First day is henna. This is what a typical bride looks like. Not a lot of jewelry on the first day, but more so of like flower jewelry and some light jewelry. Then henna is a huge thing. This is what a typical bride would look like. So if you notice, it's usually yellow. They'll add some other combinations, but mainly yellow has to be in there. This is Annie's family at henna as well. The second day is called rukhsati, which is a reception. So you can do the nikah on the day of the reception, or you can do the nikah the day before henna. So you can do it whenever you want, but typically it gets done at the reception. They wear red, and then the man wears like a huge sherwani. And then this is what they do at a Hindu wedding. They'll worship around the fire and go around it 7 times. This is my friend on her wedding. She lives in Denmark. So you can see the red is a popular color on that day. This is a bride signing the nikah. So they sign it, and whenever they're signing the nikah, they'll always have their face covered in one way or another. Third day is called walima, which is the marriage banquet. That is party held by the groom's side. So what the bride just wears whatever color she wants. You can see she's wearing gold here and pink, but blue here, so they can wear whatever color they would like. In terms of family values, there are some common values that we have that we believe in. The first one is sach bol. That means speak the truth. Apna kaam karo means do your duty. Maa ki izzat karo, respect your mother. Baap ki izzat karo, respect your father. Ustad ki izzat karo, respect your teacher. And mehman ki izzat karo, respect your guest. So these are values that all families follow, and we ensure that even though it's not just within the family, in terms of the teacher and guest, we have to respect our elders. And that's Annie's parents.
Those are my parents, if anyone's curious.
My family, when I went over in Pakistan over the past summer, this is my mom's sister, my grandmother, and my aunt. These are my cousins. These are not all of it. I have, so my dad is one of 9 brothers and sisters, and he has 2 brothers that have 10 kids. So that's 20 cousins right there. My mom is one of 6, and she has a brother that has 10 kids as well, so that's 30, and add 10, 20 more, so that's a big family. This is Angus' family. This year the dance performance will be 6 to 8 minutes.
I'm trying to catch my breath. And unfortunately, this is the last year of performing together. As many of you know, Ansa's a senior graduating in May, but of course, visiting us right after she graduated. If you guys know Ansa, you probably already know that she's the most bubbly and outgoing person that walks our campus and walks around our halls.
I don't know where that from.
So she's always the one to pick you up when you've had a bad day, or maybe even gotten a bad grade on that quiz that you studied hours for. To wrap it up, I'd like to thank Ansa for putting the hard work and dedication that she has in our program, packing here with the other programs that she has put together for the Multicultural organization. Ansa, you're a bright, independent woman who I wish nothing but the best for in the next chapter of your life. Thank you, Ansa, for the last 3 years of endless laughs, smiles, and I know whatever you decide to pursue in life and wherever you decide to go, you'll be the perfect fit.
Thank you guys for coming. There's some more food left, I think, so please feel free to grab seconds.
Thank you all.
Extreme close-up. An extreme close-up. I'm getting everybody.